So, this article says 2021 is the year of the gaming handheld. So, this year, there has been so many portable games, and it feels like gaming is going backwards. Okay, I thought portable game systems have became obsolete once touchscreen smartphones were made. Now they are releasing all of these portable, game systems that virtually nobody asks for, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Literally nobody asked for this. Who said, "Hey, I want another Game Boy. I want another Nintendo, portable game. I want another Nintendo DS." No, because we have $1,000 smartphones. People will pay $1,000 for a smartphone and then act like they can't just game on their smartphone. These same people are running out and buying this. You can't make this up. They're getting scammed, and they don't even know they're getting scammed. They just buy these products. They don't know what games are coming out. This is how sad console gaming has become. They show you the console, but they don't show you the games. They'll get excited literally over a console, and there's zero games. They don't even have to show you console. Hey, look at this. Look at this picture. Look. Oh, isn't it cool? We're not going to show you any of the games on it. This is the only console that really shows you the games. But I don't even know what these two are. They look like some old, early 2000s MP3 player. And I'm sure there's going to be morons that will pay for this. There will. There always is a moron somewhere. Somehow they're going to pay like $200+ for these obsolete devices. So it says the year 2020 was one of big, high-powered game consoles. The PlayStation 5. First of all, the PlayStation 5 is outdated. It is not even in, if you call the PlayStation 5, big and high-powered, you're just an idiot. You're just dumb, because it's not. It's outdated. It's outdated. It costs if you add up all the parts and put a price tag on it, all the parts only worth $150, and they're selling it to you for $400. It's ridiculous. Just build a gaming PC. Just literally build a freaking gaming computer. Stop being afraid. That's why they have to mandate and block out sales of high-powered gaming computers. It's ridiculous. And the Xbox Series X and the Series S, all outdated. You could buy a console or a PC, spend $1,000. People are like, "Oh wow, that's $1,000." It's called saving your money. Okay, if you actually saved your freaking money and didn't just buy a freaking console every 2 years and pay $400, maybe then you could buy or put out $1,000 for a gaming computer. That's called money management. And if you put out $1,000 for a gaming computer, guess what? For the next 10 to 15 years, you won't have to upgrade. You'll be able to play pretty much every single game. You buy a high-powered gaming computer from 2010, it can probably still run new games now. This is how far back console gaming is. Now imagine playing modern or current gen games on a freaking Xbox 360. It would freaking catch on fire. Okay? And it says, hey, now just times that by 10 on these portable consoles. So it says handheld games have been around for decades. The Nintendo 3DS, the DS, before it, the PlayStation Vita. the PSP, the Game Boy, and Game & Watch. But there's something of renaissance going on at the moment. A big part that involves unique boutique devices that have been promised for several years and are finally being released after 2020's COVID-related production delays. So this is just utter nonsense. What do you mean renaissance? All of these systems have already been made in some way or form. They've already been made. We already had a renaissance of portable games. We've moved on to smartphones. We've moved on. What idiot would pay, like seriously, just get this around your head. You pay $1,000 for a smartphone that can run games faster than these consoles. And then these same morons will go out and pay like $400 for a portable. They don't have brains. Like, are they this brain dead that they can't even understand that they're just throwing their money down the toilet? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this design is terrible. This design is terrible. Why is the thumb pad so far apart? Oh, we're gonna put this giant screen smack in the middle of your controller. Literally in the center. So you have to look at your controller. How is looking at your controller, usable? It's not. It's not. It's just gonna hurt your head because you're always looking down, and it just seems uncomfortable. And this, don't even get me started about this. This is the worst design I've ever seen. This just looks like a freaking Zoom. This looks like I don't even know what this looks like. A freaking piece of cheese. A cheese grater. Okay, that's literally what this looks like. It's ridiculous. And they're trying to hype these systems up like they're going to be the next best thing. But who do you know that actually cares about any of this? Like normal, everyday people, not these brand fanatics or these zealots for Nintendo. Who cares? It's just an example. Like the new console, I'm not sure. I think Steam is making a new console. I don't know the name, but they're making a new console. They're not making a console because people asked Steam to make a console. They're making a console because they think they're going to be able to capitalize off the portable gaming craze that Nintendo has started. And really, nobody would buy this if it didn't have like couch play as well, or was just a console. People would have bought it if it was a console or portable. It just so happens that they added this gimmick of making it portable also. So now Steam's jumping in and they want a piece of the pie. And all of these, no-name companies are trying to make the next big portable game system, all with their own unique exclusives, all with their own unique, controllers that probably will be extremely uncomfortable to freaking hold. I just don't get it. How could you buy a phone and then buy this? This is obsolete. This is obsolete. Extremely obsolete. Unbelievably obsolete. And yet, brainwashed lemmings are going out on a whim to buy this. Why? Who knows? Who knows why anybody in their right mind would buy something as... It's not even, look how clunky that looks. And we're in the year 2021, just in case you forgot. Technology is going backwards. Technology has gotten way backwards. So let's read some random paragraph. It says phones and tablets have already made most people handheld gamers for what? Have already made most people handheld gamers for well over a decade now. But this new wave of devices splits along two clear lines: novelty or specialist products. So we're going to get a bunch of hipsters essentially buying these nostalgic, remember those member berries? You don't buy a product anymore because it's good or because it's fun, just because it reminds you of the past. So these people are essentially making or stifling progress within gaming. We could live in a freaking gaming utopia where we're just freaking put on a VR headset, 4K graphics. It feels like you're in the game. 60 frames per second. But no, we get a freaking whatever this is. I don't even know. And then we get this clunky piece of plastic with a graphics card made from China. That's literally what it looks like. It says, is this a regression from 2020's wave of high-end consoles? Not to me at all. I don't play games just for bleeding-edge graphics. Gaming has already exploded into a million shards of subgenres and media forms, from retro and emulations to indie to triple-A studio titles, online multiplayer, metaverses, and immersive VR and AR experiences. So basically that's a cop-out, because this is not, you say, oh, but we're not AAA, we're not advertising ourselves as AAA, then these same consoles will charge you $40 to $60 for a game. They'll charge you AAA prices. How much is this going to cost? What games are going to be on it? You're not going to buy a console just for, one or two games. No, that would be stupid. That would be a bad investment, especially when now there's apparently multiple competitors. So Nintendo Switch doesn't have a monopoly anymore. There's no future in this. I'm sorry, but there's just not. Unless you're just buying it for novelty, you're just gonna, say, hey, I got the new freaking portable, and you just take it with you wherever you go for like 2 weeks, and you just leave it in your junk drawer. That's all this is going to be, just another PSP. It's a joke. It's literally a joke. And if you think this is, competition, this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Gaming is no longer competitive. All these monopolistic companies are going in trying to compete with the other monopolistic companies. That's not competition. That's not competition. Steam, Microsoft, and freaking PlayStation. That's all there is. That's all there is. These and Nintendo. That's all there is. It's a joke. It's a joke. I want a system that we've already, like, my main problem with this is we've already seen this. Blow our minds. Like, seriously, we want something that will literally blow our minds. Not this rehash. Like, all consoles have been pretty much exactly the same for the past 20 or so years. It's depressing. And now they're not even hiding. They're like, oh, wow, you're deferring, or you're deviating too far from the console formula, so we're just going to make a new console that looks more like the old consoles to compete with this console that is at least somewhat trying to be different. It's a joke. It's a joke. Makes me sick where gaming is going. So let's read some of these consoles. It says Nintendo Switch OLED. Already seen this. You're just re-releasing. Why are consoles constantly re-releasing consoles? Like, seriously, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series freaking, what's it called? S. Now you got Nintendo re-releasing consoles. And I'm like, wow, they just keep buying it. Holy crap, we don't even have to, make a brand new design for a supposedly new console released in 2021. No, we'll just change the screen. We'll just switch out the screens, and these idiots will keep buying. That's literally what's happening. And it says Valve Steam Deck. Now you already know that this won't be able to play most games on Steam. They'll have a select few games, low res games to play or to pick from. And you have to freaking buy this piece of junk, which is literally what it is. Just a giant piece of junk. And then you have to go buy their games after that. It's a joke. It's a joke. You don't even get discounts. That's the thing. I can understand if buying this console gives you Steam discounts, but no. There's no incentive. You're playing a inferior console and paying the same price for these games. No incentive. No incentive at all. Why not just hook up a controller to your computer? And people will be like, oh, but you can't play it while outside. Or what? Who plays games while going to their destination? Who? There's only a few circumstances where this would actually be logical. Like if you're in the waiting room at a freaking doctor checkup, sure, you play a game for 15 minutes. You can't finish it. You'll be playing the same game for like 3 years and still not finish it. If you're only using it in those stupid circumstances where it actually does have value. But the majority of the time you'll be playing it at home. So why play it at home when you could just use your computer, which will run faster? You're already at home. Your computer's already at home. There's no sense in having a portable console. None at all. You're not going to be able to use it unless you're just a kid. Then you can use it. But if you're a grown man, which a lot of these soy boys, they're buying this console or getting hyped for this console or defending this console, and they'll literally spaz out on a freaking YouTube comment section and tell me how I should, kill myself just because I don't like their stupid product. These are the type of people we are dealing with. Okay, it's not kids. Kids don't care about this. They care about the new, big, powerful system. They don't care about this piece of junk. These novelty, idiots that will buy this, they're going to be buying this. People that have money to throw away, they're going to be buying this. They're getting, like, why? They still haven't answered the question. Why would anybody buy this? So it says Panic Playdate. So that doesn't sound at all exciting. So that sounds like some sort of hipster freaking garbage. Panic Playdate. What? Why is this even in this list? Are you serious? And I guarantee this is going to cost over $100. It says, this playful little black and white plaything made by the publisher of Untitled Goose. Okay, that's annoying. Looks like a Game Boy crossbreed with a Pikachu and Tamagotchi. It's a completely new system with its own indie games developed that get pushed to the device automatically. Okay, and that's already been made. There's nothing different. It says $179. I'm not lying. This is $179 for this piece of plastic with an outdated computer chip in it and an outdated screen that you can barely see with a whopping 4 buttons. $179. What? This costs $400. The freaking Valve Steam Deck. So you're competing against Nintendo which is already well established, and you decide to charge more. This just goes to show they don't know what they're doing. I thought Steam was the cheaper option. Apparently not anymore when they're on the console bandwagon. And then it says Analog Pocket. So you put your outdated cartridge into this system and you can play. So it's some sort of, I guess, adapter. Who cares? $200 for an adapter. Literally an adapter for a game. That's outdated. You can buy these games for like $5 on eBay. They sell them in like huge packages. Oh man, all my old games. $20 for all of it. And you want to charge $200 for some sort of tiny micro device? Like, who do these companies think they are? And there's really no sort of risk when making a console like this because the parts are so cheap. There's literally nothing. You don't even have to make games because you just sell an adapter. You don't have to make the games. You're just relying on old games. And companies have realized that relying on nostalgia is way cheaper than relying on making something new or actually establishing new game franchises. Hey, we'll just give you something so you can play your old games. We don't have to do anything. No system updates, nothing. No accountability, no changes, no update, nothing. None of that. Remember these games from like 50 years ago that nobody plays anymore. Seriously, who plays these old, super freaking old games like the SNES? And then these people will pay $200. No, if you still play them, you have them already. So who's this for? Who that just gets into the retro gaming scene would not have anything else to play on? Most people who play old games already have something to play on. So who's this for? You're acting like we don't already play these games already. It's crazy. $200 for this. For a freaking calculator. Wow. Unbelievable. There's calculators faster than this. You don't even need, a huge high-powered graphics card to play SNES games. So why is this so much? Why? It costs like $10. I'm done, man. There's nothing else I can say to convince, the sheep. I keep buying this garbage. Gaming is dead. It's dead.